Welcome back to your continuing live coverage of IBC, the International Broadcasting Convention here in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. This is the RAI Convention Center, and you're watching your continuing live Teradek coverage of IBC. Teradek is a Vitek group, and we are in the Vitek group booth here at IBC. Every one of the Vitek group brands is represented in this booth. It's pretty amazing. So I've got Devin Kress from Marshall Electronics joining us now. Devin, thanks so much for joining us. You guys do all sorts of great stuff in video production and pro video and broadcast. Tell me about what we got here today.
Sure, absolutely. So Marshall is best known for doing rack mount monitors, camera top monitors, but recently we've got into doing HDSDI cameras. It's a very popular device, and I actually brought one to your show to show you right here.
This thing's pretty awesome. So first, let me give everybody a shot of it with the little flash cam. So this is it's like fits in the palm of your hand. The idea is that this is a point of view camera, an action camera, but has professional outputs. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So what you're seeing on this camera are multiple outputs. You have an HDSDI output with a full BNC on the back. You also have a composite video output. This is a miniaturized camera. You can see by the size of it on top of my hand that this is very small.
So in years past, you've seen this in the back of car magazines and stuff like this, something like this, spy magazines.
Sure.
And you would think that they'd be garbage because they would be. And you would think that they just wouldn't be good cameras. You couldn't do a broadcast with them for sure. You couldn't use them for anything real. They'd show them next to a quarter, and they'd be maybe like security cameras. But the reality is this is a really good camera, and so good. We're going to show you, everybody at home, by let's show the behind the scenes of the crew. Let's pull up that feed if they can of what the camera looks like. So let's show the behind the scenes of the booth here. To your right, Devin, is the crew. Here they are. They're doing a great job. That's Peter waving his hand, and you got James, and Andy is there as well, and you've got Joe. They do a phenomenal job. They keep us on the air. We thank them all the time. And I'll take this time to thank them again. They make us look so good. But you can see the quality there. And by the way, there's no lighting on them, so it's you're seeing how good this functions with no lighting, because all the lighting is on us, right, on the set. And then you can give everybody, you can pan a little and show everybody what the rest of the set looks like from our vantage point, a nice point of view. There's a Marshall monitor we're going to get into in a minute, and you can see all the other stuff. Here's the IBC desk, and here's me. You can see this is with good lighting, how good this camera can be, and it can be used for all sorts of applications, including broadcasting like this, but in car, and you can use it to record all sorts of videos if you plug it into a recorder.
Sure, we're seeing this put into a number of different applications. First of all, the quality of the camera is superb. It has a 2.2 megapixel 1/3 sensor on it, so it's miniaturized, and as technology improves, we see the sensors getting smaller and smaller. So that's how we're able to get the quality out of this. The applications for this are fairly limitless. We're seeing these put into reality TV shows quite often because of its low light capability. We're putting a lot of these in Europe into F1 racing as well.
Yeah.
So at the show, we're finding more and more applications as we talk to people, from cooking shows that they might do on air, to selling these to space agencies for monitoring. So,
and I think it would be great for a cooking show, because there are so many intricacies that this could pick up.
Sure.
You could put 2 or 3 around, and then you don't have to. It makes you much more efficient. It cuts your production time down, because you don't have to reset and reshoot, because you can hide these.
Sure.
You can hide them behind a jar or something like that, and then you can get all sorts of great angles, and they're affordable. This is not a very expensive product. It's a very great product.
Sure.
And that's what I wanted to show, is that in years before, this would be not a great product, but this is a great product. But it's affordable, right? How much is this?
So we're looking at about, depending upon the options, about 350 to 400 euro for a camera like this.
Very
reasonable. This is a very reasonable, very affordable solution.
With professional connectors.
With professional connectors that you can put, just as you said in a cooking show, 2, 3, 4 of these around for different points of view, different angles, and feed that back into a switch and record very easily.
Like literally, we could hide one in this flower and have a really nice close-up on the side of your head. Yeah.
Another nice feature to this is the interchangeability of the lenses. So depending upon...
Wait, you can change lenses on that?
That is correct. Absolutely.
I thought that was a fixed lens.
This is not a fixed lens.
I noticed
by
you
any
were
means.
focusing it before. That was pretty cool. Can we pull up another shot and he can change the focus real quick?
So I can get out of focus, as you can
go
see
out of
there.
focus. So he's out of focus, and then he can pull it into
bring that
focus.
right back in.
Wow. That looks amazing.
There are wide-angle lenses. We have about 12 different lenses that are available for this, and these are M12 mount lenses. A new version that we have coming out as well to expand the lens options will be a CS mount. So that's a very common mount for cameras. They're available through many, many manufacturers, but we wanted to open up the availability and have a CS mount so that you could fit into even more applications.
That's really awesome. Where can people get them?
These are available through our distribution networks throughout Europe. We use companies like Cachet Media, Prototel, Vision to See.
And people can get them at like Adorama and
Sure.
Able Cinetech.
Adorama, Band Pro has these as well, who's displaying here.
Excellent.
So pretty much any of our integrators that are in the broadcast side of this carry this product.
You know, Leonard Marshall is such a great guy, such an innovator. He goes around and he finds these, he figures out, he doesn't find these products, he creates these products. But I know he like thinks about them. In the middle of the night, he'll call a guy like you or a guy like Perry. Who's amazing, Perry Goldstein. We've had him on the show before, and you know, he'll call Perry and he'll say like, "I've got an idea for."
It might be 2 in the morning, and he might say, "Look, I've got an idea. This is a fantastic, product.
Make it happen."
I think that we can really place this into our integrators and create something new and fresh.
You guys got a lot of good people over there that make that happen too, and Kevin and Greg Boren and all these guys who make sure, and a great team of engineers who make sure that all this stuff happens.
Absolutely, and we're always improving upon the products. So this is actually our second generation. The first generation had a miniature HDSDI output.
Nice.
That was a little difficult to pull in and out. So we're always listening to our customers and try to improve upon the product.
Tell me about this monitor. This got waveform, vector scope, audio meters.
This is one of our premier monitors that just came out. We are first to market with a monitor in a 7-inch size that's a full resolution panel. So what you're looking at is a 1920 by 1080 IPS panel. We've had the VLCD 70MD for a number of years. This is with the same technology that everybody loves, peaking filters, focus assist, waveform, audio bars, as you can see here.
False color even.
False color, correct. All the feature sets that make for a camera operator's dream.
And just so everybody knows, you're going into that and out of it so that we can have an output for the little camera you have. So it's an in and out. And does it do HDMI as well?
Yeah, you can actually see on the back of the monitor, we have a number of different inputs. So it's going to come with HDMI with loop-through. You'll also see that these are modular cards. So right now I'm using an HDSDI loop-through card. But a neat feature that no one else is doing is the ability to cross-convert with these. So I have another card that's available that allows you, if you have an HDMI camera, to input HDMI and output HDSDI. So you eliminate points of failure by not having to have a bunch of converter boxes. So that's another unique feature Marshall does.
Battery operated?
That's correct. So we have a number of different battery mounts that would fit right here. Canon, Panasonic, Anton Bauer, V-mount. Whatever battery you are currently using, we probably have a mount for.
I think V-mounting an Anton Bauer on there, it would be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
The new Anton Bauer batteries show you the time that they have left, so it's pretty cool.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. So you can make sure that you're always up and running with the Anton Bauer.
Marshall Electronics, all sorts of great stuff, monitors, cameras, all this great stuff. Then you've got Mogami cables, don't forget about those, great cabling, and of course MXL mics, and the MXL mobile media kit line for shooting with your iPhone, iPad, whatever, but also mics for studio and mobile recording, USB, and also for in-field work as well.
As you can see, Marshall does a lot of things. Obviously, stop by our booth at IBC and you can see every one of those.
Excellent. Do me a favor, say hello to Leonard and Perry when you get back.
I will. Thanks again for having us on.
Thank you so much, Devin Kress from Marshall Electronics. I'm Michael Artis. We'll be back with a whole lot more from IBC Live here. Teradek's live coverage, continuing live coverage. It is the final day, but we still have a lot to come, so keep it locked here and don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.